Welcome, you guys. Welcome to our Getting Started Right call for February. I'm so excited to share with you guys tonight. I have a lot of content. I literally just finished putting it all together. So I'm going to jump right into it. But for those of you who don't know me, so Julie, I know a couple of you guys I don't recognize. I am Amy. I am the CEO of Team Sweaty Lovely Life. So I might be your grandma coach or something like that. But this, we are one big happy family. So it doesn't matter. We all belong to the same sort of coach family here. So I'm excited to meet you guys. I'm so excited to share with you because if you're here, it means that you are ready to, really take on this coaching journey to move your business forward and to change some lives and to change your own. So I am going to share my screen and we will get right into this. I'm so pumped to share this. Okay, let's make sure. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right, guys. So, like I said, welcome. I am Amy, and I'm the CEO of Team Somebody Lovely Life. So, to get right into it, to really get started, I want to talk about why you guys are here. I want you guys to, if you have a notebook, or maybe you've already done this, we've talked about this a lot, but it's going to come up a lot throughout this whole process, is why you started coaching. Because what burns in your belly is really what's going to get you to show up on the days that are hard, on the days that you don't want to. So the thing about your why is that what your why is for coaching might not necessarily be what your why is for your health and fitness, but the two do parallel. So I know for me, my why when I joined coaching was the fact that I wanted financial freedom. I wanted to be able to have the life that I truly wanted, but never thought I'd have. I want to be able to be at home with my kids. I don't want to fight about finances with my husband. I don't want to have one spouse gone, or my husband gone all the time and have me be like a single parent or have to be forced into going to straight night shift or weekend contract. I also wanted to be held accountable. I wanted more community. I wanted the friendships, to be around people that inspired me and made me feel, more confident in myself. So that is a bit of like my why. And that is what gets me to show up, knowing that like, I don't want to be where I'm at in a year from now. Knowing that, I have these really big goals that I'm working towards and they are bigger than whatever, shit I'm going through that day kind of a thing. So in the chat, really quickly, I want to hear you guys, your why. I want to hear like why you guys are here. Why you want to get started with coaching. And everyone has to answer. All right, can't see the chat. What's your why for coaching, Allie?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I didn't know if anybody had started talking. Should I start talking?
Oh, can you type it in the chat?
Yes. Okay. First time here.
Oh, no problem. Okay, so I see to supplement income and feel like I have a job that makes people's lives better. Yes, more self-love, financial freedom, improve my mindset about health and fitness. Absolutely, yes. I definitely. Big one for me. I'm here because I want to inspire and motivate others, begin their own wellness journey, to learn that holistic health is so important to a long-lasting, fulfilling life. Yes. Oh my God. Yes. To create financial freedom for my future family, spend more time doing things bring me joy. Yep. Build a community around wellness, financial freedom, do something I love with my whole heart and help other ladies. Yes. Give my future family a better life. Okay. Yes. So clearly we all were meant to be, because we all very much have strong and similar whys. One more. Okay. Develop a community of people who want to yes, choose health and wellness. Yes. That, you guys, is what's going to drive you forward. And I want you to like turn your why into, like, write it on a post-it, turn it into affirmations, like literally, like, there, because I promise you that, you know, there's nothing about coaching that is actually hard, like with what we do. But what gets hard is just the fact that you're becoming disciplined in something, right? Learning a new skill can be hard and challenging. What we do day in, day out is not hard. It's the discipline, it's the consistency. So when you're feeling like you're wavering, it's what your why that's going to drive you forward. And this last year, I can honestly tell you that that is what I had to keep reminding myself day in, day out, with those early mornings and those long days at work, you know, with everything going on in your life, because, you know, life is still going to happen. It's the why that gets you to show up, because you have to show up, all right? Because your why is bigger than whatever is happening in that current moment. And what you're doing now, the number one thing you have to remember is what everything that you do today and tomorrow and the next day, everything you're doing now is going to impact you in 3 months, 6 months, a year from now. It's all going to compound. But if you don't show up one day or another day or another day, you know, that compound effect is not going to occur, because you're not going to have that momentum. Like the analogy of a man pumping a well. If you listen to our call a couple weeks ago from Ashley Feldyson, she used this analogy, and it's really, really, like, the visual is so good. If the man that's pumping the well, like, gave up when the water just didn't come out right away, because, you know, it's like you have to see it to believe it kind of a thing, but you're not seeing it. So if you keep pumping, you keep pumping, you keep pumping, eventually that water is going to come gushing out. But it takes that consistent effort over time to build and build and build, before you're going to see the type of result that you want. Okay. So, all right, we'll move on from that. So just some general, like, housekeeping. So starting out, I want you to make sure that you responded to your new coach email. So if you're here, you all got a new coach email. And in that email, it breaks it down. It welcomes you to our new coach university. It breaks down how, and, you know, the different levels of coaching. So, you know, we have our hobby coach and we have our business builders, which I think many of you sounds like you have wanting financial freedom. You are a business builder. And make sure you watch the significance of signing up your spouse video. I'm going to talk about that again. Well, I talk about it a lot in my new coach training. I dedicate a whole section to it, because it is so vital for you down the line for earning that extra income. And that is something that I didn't do. And so you're going to hear me talk about it a lot, because I am trying to make sure that you guys don't make that same mistake. So making sure you're signing up your spouse as one of your first few, you know, as soon as you possibly can, is very important. Go through your new coach mentorship units. So, you know, this can be done in a day. It can be done over a week. It can be done as fast or slow as you want. I designed it that way so that you could work through it at your own pace, but those units are meant to break down all the different aspects of coaching. So make sure you're going through those. Get familiar with ShareCart, files in the training page, and your coach online office. So ShareCart, you guys, is how you're going to set people up. It's how you're going to, build your business is through ShareCart. It takes out that step of people, you sending someone a link and like them just choosing whatever. You want to make sure you're setting every person up with exactly what they need to get started right. Okay, so get familiar with that. In the new coach training, there is a video on how to use it. It's very brief. It's so easy and it's so wonderful and so nice. In the files there, you'll also see access to our Google Drive where I have info on Miracle Mornings, the business activity tracker, examples of all my conversations, invites, how I explain the challenge pack. All of that is in there, as well as a few other resources. And we're constantly, as we go along, we're going to be adding to that. And your coach online office, you guys, is literally you should be checking this every day. Get familiar with it. They're in there. I will show you actually. I want to quickly show you, but I'm not quick at anything with this thing. Okay, so Team Beachbody. So your coach online office is literally where you are going to be able to find all the things. Okay. I hope it doesn't give me an error. It was giving me an error. Oh, thank God. Can you guys still see my screen? Okay. So your coach online office, this is where you're going to be able to see your success club. You're going to be able to see your if you're current and active, all that stuff on your left-hand side here. It's going to show you your new customers, and once you are achieving success Emerald and you're achieving Success Club 10, I believe, you start to get new customer leads. So that's a really awesome perk there. And some of those customers have actually turned into coaches of mine or consistent customers. You're going to see your new personally sponsored coach sign up. So if you are here, you signed up as a discount coach. So that is a coach sign up. So that would populate here and it's going to show you the date and all that stuff. New coaches in your organization. So I got a question about this the other day. So this is a really good opportunity to share with you. So new coaches in your organization are not your personally sponsored coaches. They're coaches that are maybe added by me or someone below me above you. And they don't, like I said, they don't count towards your team, but they do count towards your volume. So that is basically more volume equals more cycling happening and occurring, which means more money for you. So that's a really awesome thing, okay? It will show you where, coaches that are inactive, when you are signing up coaches, if they are signing up other people, it will show you how many of coaches they are signing up. If you have inherited customers on Thursdays when we have rank advancement day, payday, all that, that's everything recycles every Thursday. So anytime someone achieves a new rank, it will pop up here that they changed a new rank. Okay. So, and if you go to grow my business, you can go right to ShareCart and you sign in. And this is how you would do it. You would put in a new enrollment, you put in their email, their first and last name, and you select customer or coach. So that is how you would do it. And then you go on and you pick out their challenge pack for them, their Shakeology or performance line. So it simplifies everything. And this way you can control that they're signing up as a coach or a customer. You also can see challenge group tools. So in here, there's all sorts of training guides for each specific program you can see. So I could go through this see, there's featured guides for Transform 20, everything. So take some time, go through this, explore. The other thing I wanted to show you was Monitor My Business. This is where you're really going to be able to see, I spend a lot of my time in sponsorship drill down. So this is where you're going to see how when it comes to your left leg and your right leg, this is where you're going to be able to see all your people. If they're active, as you sign up coaches, you'll be able to see who's underneath them. And as well as like your new coaches signing up. So this is a really good way to like keep track of your business going forward. And then the last thing I wanted to show you in here really quickly was support. So your FAQs, this is where, I'm going to talk about this in a minute, but this is when anytime you have a question about anything, you go in here, you type it in the keyword, you type in your question, and it will pop up. The other thing that I use a lot is contact us. I use the chat all the time. Anytime I have a concern, anytime I'm like, hey, I just ordered something and I'm not seeing it pop up, like I go to the chat. I think this is it. Yeah, I go here, and depending on whatever you're inquiring about, I go here and I talk to them. Yes, they are so friendly and so helpful. Like, they are life. I seriously like chat with them all the time. Okay, so that's all I really wanted to show you with that. So I'm going to get back to my thing, my presentation. Okay, so get familiar with that, and I want you guys to schedule in the team calls. So every Monday night, we'll go over that in the next slide. You know, make sure you're scheduling those in. Make sure you're making them a priority. I know we all have different work schedules, but as best as you can to avoid Monday nights, make sure that you're free for those 40 minutes from between 8 and 9 p.m. I try to keep it brief. I know you're all busy, but I really try to bring, you know, they're for you. They are for us. They're for your benefit to help advance your business, to help, you know, share more knowledge, as well as for all of us to learn and to grow together as a team. So make sure you're writing those in your calendar at 8 p.m. Eastern, and in the team page, make sure you're setting your notifications to all. So for me, I make sure that I don't have any notifications on my phone. I make my time intentional for when I'm going and checking into Facebook or Instagram. So that way I don't see like red on my phone and I'm not getting dinged, but make sure that when you log in, you can see, you'll be alerted that I'm posting in there, or, you know, whatever, because I want you guys to be able to see that stuff. Also, the last thing I want you to do is mark your calendar for the next Super Saturday. So if you don't know what Super Saturday is, again, you can go check that out in the FAQ, but basically it is our local coaching event. It's quarterly. So we just had one in January. We're going to have, the next one is in April. So wherever you are in the United States, you can look up and see where your local Super Saturday is happening. I know for us in Rochester, we're getting spoiled. Melanie Mitro, who is at the top coach for the last 4 years, top of our organization, she is coming to Rochester. She's going to be speaking and doing like a VIP breakfast. They do live workouts. They share all of the up and coming, you know, big news and events that are happening in the next quarter or the next few months. So January, they announced the Success Club trip for next year. They announced shared about the new energized flavor. They shared about the new program coming out, Morning Meltdown, that's coming out at Summit this year. They share everything. So make sure you're getting there. It's also a great way to, you know, network, you know, meet other people in your community, to really see how much bigger this is and what an amazing, you know, community and culture it is. And also Summit. So if you are new, Summit is our annual, you know, coaching event. It's once a year. It's every summer. This year is in Indianapolis. We have a group of ladies that are going, and I have some really exciting news for those of you who are brand new. Even if you are just starting your coaching journey, but you've been a coach a while, they are restarting a brand new thing just for this month that you can earn your ticket. So I'm going to explain that in the next few slides. But this will be our first summit event ever. Little quick story about Summit. If you guys can't tell, I'm a little storyteller. I joined right after Summit 2 years ago, and I ended up scheduling my wedding the weekend of Summit. So I got married the weekend of Summit this past year, and I will not lie and tell you that I was not seriously like at my wedding and seeing things pop up on my phone about people at Summit, and I literally had FOMO. Like, I was at my own freaking wedding and I wanted to be at Summit. So that is what I'm telling you guys, is that it's seriously that insane and amazing. And the fact that we'll all be there together for the first time. There's going to be specific training trackers. So like wherever you're at in your business, whatever your goals are for your business, there's going to be tailored trainings for you to go to. There's going to be live workouts. There's going to be presentations. Rachel Hollis is our keynote speaker. It's going to be insane. So put that on your radar. Put that on your goal list for the next 3 months. I'll get into that in a little bit. Team calls, we already talked about this. Our team call is every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, but also the National Wake Up Call. The National Wake Up Call, you guys, is at 11 a.m. Eastern. You can listen to it live on the Team Beachbody 411 page. They do it in like a Zoom call like we are right now, live, and interview whoever they're talking to that week. But they also have it in the Coach app, or the Coach Team Beachbody Coach podcast, like on the podcast app. So you can listen to it on your car ride home. That's what I do most of the time, because I never really catch it live unless maybe I'm off on a Monday. That is literally that in YouTube, the National Wake Up Calls, YouTube, and utilizing the upline trainings is how I have learned and grown my business this last year. So it's definitely worthwhile to always listen. And so make sure you are listening to that every week, okay? And on Wednesdays, we have our Team Strong at Heart team call. If you're able and wanting to pop in on that, if you're not on Team Strong at Heart, personally sponsored coach, always pop in to support one another. That's always a great thing. I was able to catch our last week's team call, and it was really, really great. So you can never get enough knowledge, and Leah always puts on a really great call. Saturday is our team workout. So we do this at 12 noon Eastern, so that we can get our West Coasters in on it. It's basically, we post a Zoom link and we all do our Saturday workout together. It's really fun. It's just something to look forward to. It's an excuse to push your workout off till noon if you are on the East Coast, and it's just another great team building activity. So questions. All right. So lots of information coming at you tonight, and I probably should have said that from the very beginning, but the point is that there is always you're gonna have questions like all the time. Okay, there's always gonna be new things popping up or things that you hear and you're not quite sure what that is. You're gonna hear a lot of those things tonight, and that's great, because I want to plant that seed and I want you to hear it, because I want you to start to get familiar with it. But just know that you're not gonna get it all right away. Okay. But with that said, when you come across something that you don't know, something that you hear and you need to find out what it is, I want you to become a sponge. I want you to become resourceful, because that is the way that you are going to learn it, retain it, and be able to teach it and pay that forward to your future coaches. Okay. So the FAQs, like I showed you in the Coach Online office, can find everything in there. You're going to hear that referenced a lot in the Beachbody community. On the National Wake Up Calls, they're going to say, check out FAQ such and such. So always check in there. You can find, like I said, tons of resources in your Coach Online office. The search bar in our team page. This is something that I do in our upline, the Dream Teams organization, all the time. Anytime I have a question, good questions to ask in the team page, or say you have a customer come up and maybe they're pregnant and they're breastfeeding and they don't know, you want to know if people have talked about this or asked about what to do with breastfeeding women with Shakeology. Type that in the chat, the search bar, and you can see if it's come up. And already, and people have talked about it, and see what they've said. Those are the types of questions that are like really good, or maybe summit or whatever, like whatever, something like that. You can type that in the team page and you can see if it's already been answered. You can, all right, I already said the team page. I don't know why I typed that again. And then YouTube and Google. So honestly, you guys, I'm on YouTube every single day, and everything that, like, you know, when I didn't know, my coach told me, you know, hit emerald. I'm like, what the hell is emerald? I Googled it. You know, what the heck is diamond? I Googled it. Like anything and anything, everything and anything that you have a question about, you can find. There's probably a training that's been done with a YouTube that's been done, and you can go learn about it. Okay. If you still can't figure it out, then I want you to come. You can always text myself or Leah, okay? But the point is that you are the CEO of your business, and I want you to step into that leadership role, and this is like the first step to doing that, is to becoming resourceful, okay? All right, so first step. So you need to tell people what you're doing, all right? If you haven't done this already, you need to make a post announcing your new journey. So I stole a couple of these because I just stole in the past couple, like 48 hours, because they're like some of the most recent. Okay. So over here, Kelsey, you know, shared a little story on her Instagram the other day of why, you know, where she was and what led her up to making this decision to start putting herself first again, to trying to pay that forward to others. So and then Alyssa here had a post about her and Caitlin, about the fact that she joined Caitlin, and she, you know, the two of them that were like starting coaching together. I'm sorry. You can read go and read her post. But anyway, the point is that you need to let people know what you're doing so that they can expect and understand that what they're going to like, it's going to increase intrigue, increase curiosity, and they're going to start paying attention. Okay. And they're going to understand and realize why you're posting the things that you're going to start to share. Okay. So it's not so out of the blue for them, and that people know what's coming. Okay. So the 4 vital behaviors are really, honestly, the pillars of what we do, of your journey, and of your business. So no matter, when you get off this call, the number one thing I want you to understand and I want you to take away is that no matter what, when the going gets rough or anything, like, just focus on yourself and everything's going to fall into place. And that's really where the 4 vital behaviors, honestly, like, comes in. Like, the coaches, the top coaches in the company, to this day, you will hear them say that they don't do anything different other than the 4 vital behaviors every single day. There's nothing different between you, where you're at right now, and where they're at, you know, in their business with what they do day in and day out. It's just, you know, magnified, it's compounded, right? But what they do for themselves every day is these 4 vital behaviors. So being a product of the product, doing your workout, drinking your shake, focusing on your nutrition, and focusing on filling your mind. So that is your number one job, is to focus on you, which I don't know any job where your number one job is to focus on yourself. Share, connect, invite, and follow up. So these are a little different. They changed these 4 vital behaviors this year. So this used to be invite, but now they've made it share, connect, invite, and follow up. Okay. So you're going to share your journey on social media. You're going to start conversations and talk to people, and you're going to invite them to join your next group. You're going to invite them to join your team, kind of thing. Okay. And this is so scary in the beginning, but it doesn't have to be. Like, I think many of us do. Like, I know I did. I just overthink. I thought I cared so much what people thought of me and about what they were going to think and what they were going to say. But honestly, if there's any advice that I can, you know, give to you now in hindsight, is the fact that, like, honestly, just like get to the punchline quicker because find out who your people are faster so that you can start living your best life sooner. Because I know that like as soon as I started to focus on my personal development and started feeling a lot better, I started to weed out the weeds really quickly in my life. And the people that were truly like my people started flooding in. Okay. So that's where personal development is really going to come in. Okay. So for all of you who are struggling already with the fear of what people are going to think, with just like doubt or like consistency or whatever, time management, this is where personal development is going to change your life. 10 minutes a day will change your life. So some of the really good books to start with are The Compound Effect or The Slight Edge. So again, that whole putting a pebble in your pile, pumping the well analogy, getting in that frame of mind of like what you're doing today is setting the foundation for your tomorrow, and how, you are, Miracle Morning is another really good book for those of you who are struggling with a routine, getting in your, workouts and your just time management. That is something I've always struggled with, so that was one of the first books that I've read. So personal development, making that a non-negotiable in your everyday, whether you listen to it or you're reading it, just get it done. Okay. I know for me, I mix it up. I read a little bit. Some days all I do is listen. Some days I read and don't listen. I lie. I'm usually always listening to something, whether it's a YouTube training or something. And then getting people results. So this is a new one that they changed. It used to be recognition, but now it's honest. Beachbody is recognized that if we ourselves are getting results, and then we are then helping others and in teaching others how to get results, that is inspiring. It's inspiring to us. It's inspiring to them. And then they're going to feel inspired to then go pay that forward to somebody else. So get yourself results, get your customer results, get your coaches results. That is really honestly the heart of what we do. And that is where, like, I know my happiness lies is when our group is really engaging. Our group is really like vibing and we're all really pouring into our journey, because that is literally like what makes my heart sing, because I want to see that change that I know that has occurred for me. I want to see that happening for other people, because that's why that is very much why I wanted to do this. This is why I want to do this for the rest of my life, because I want to see that change happen. I want to see that ripple effect. Okay. So your first goal as a coach is you need to help 3 people get started with a program in Shakeology, aka a challenge pack. So that is how I set up all my customers. I honestly don't set them up with anything else, because I do require that people be using Shakeology and the performance line to be in our boot camps, because they have been such a vital piece of my own journey. Shakeology I was the number one non-believer of Shakeology. Like for real. Even though I was curious about it, it was a financial piece that held me back. And within 2 weeks, I was hooked. It's gotten me off medications. It's helped normalize my thyroid. Like, it's changed my immune system. Like, I'm still shocked the fact that I'm not ill. Like, it's just craziness. I owe that all to the fact that I started Shakeology. That was like the new thing that I did. So you have to be active yourself with 90 PV on Home Direct in order for those 3 people that you're helping every month, for that to count towards your business. Okay, so that's where you being a product of the product and, drinking your shake every day or drinking your post-workout, pre-workout, that's where, that's very important for you to recognize and make sure in your coach office that you're active, and be on top of that every month. Okay, so you're going to start with your friends and family. So this is something that I did. I started, my mom was one of my first coaches. And I started with my best friends, and I started with my coworkers, people I went to high school with. people I went to college with. Those were my first customers, my first few months. As I was building my cold market on my social media. So those are who you should be reaching out to first. Plus, that's who, like, you know, your family, like, that those people they're really great to practice on because they already kind of know you, you know, and you're not, you know, you're going to trip over yourself a little bit in the beginning as you find like your voice and you find like your own style of how you like to talk, and you're still learning things. And that's what's really great, because you can invite these people to join you. You can bring them in along the journey with you. And so that's why getting, you know, your mom or your spouse, you know, those people set up right away is important. Just set the foundation for your business, but also because those people are, of course, going to want to support you. Okay. Or more likely to support you. So Achieving Success Club, your first 3 months as a coach, it earns you a ticket to Summit, you guys, okay? So this is where I wanted to share with you the big news. So they announced literally today that for starting this month, in the month of February, even if you've been a discount coach or a coach for a year now, but if you have not been earning Success Club, if you earn Success Club, aka help 3 people for the next 3 months, every month, you're going to earn your ticket to Summit. So you will become what's called a success starter. There's a bonus with that. You also will earn, they just announced, let me share this. Oh, I didn't realize the chat was going. Oh, yeah, those are really good books, Julie. Let me see. I got to move this. Coach breaking news. Okay. Can you guys see this? See this with Ashley Smith? Okay. So all right, so the Success Starter program, it recognizes all new coaches that earn Success Club 5 or 10. So 5 means you're helping, it should be 6, but it means you've helped 3 people. 10 means you've helped 5 people. So 3 to 5 people in your first 3 months as a coach. You will qualify, if you qualify for Success Club your first month in the business, you'll receive an exclusive interview with Ashley Smith. She's a top 10 elite coach for the, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. She's also, if you guys love my headbands, she's the creator of the Bee brand. She's the CEO of the Bee brand that does all those cute tanks and the headbands and stuff. If you don't follow, you know, haven't checked her out or stalked her on Instagram, you need to. Oh my God, she's so cute. And so those are like the types of things that you will get rewarded with for helping 3 people every month. Last year we had a similar prize, but it was with Rachel Hollis. So we had, if you earned Success Club, you earned access to this live webinar with Rachel Hollis. 1 month it was High Performance Habits book, and also private video from Brendan Bouchard. You get, who didn't reach, oh, that's a good question, Allie. Yes, I think the slate is clean. I have to double check that. But I think essentially, like, because you've been a coach now for a few months, I think, Allie, right? I think starting in February, everyone's slate is clean. And if you hit Success Club for the next 3 months consecutively, then you will qualify. But I will try and find that out, okay? All right. Yes, and also if you've already purchased your ticket to Summit, you'll get reimbursed, okay? So it works both ways. So many incentives. The Success Club, if you check out in the FAQs, just look up the Success Club prizes. So you get for every, I think they do it now in quarters. So like first quarter, your first month, you get a tank top or a shirt. Then 3 months, you get this Monopoly. And then 6 months, you get the freaking backpack, which I want so badly. There's like really awesome swag. So who doesn't love getting swag? As well as just getting recognized. We shout you out on our leaderboard. So there's tons and tons of incentives, okay? And then the biggest thing other than Summit is that if you earn Success Club all year, so for the next 12 months, you will have earned your free trip to the Success Club trip next year, which is in Punta Cana, which is what this picture is. In the Hard Rock Hotel in Punta Cana is where they're going next year. So if you are Leah's personally sponsored coach, or even myself, we both have a funny story about this last year of how we ended up getting invited to the cruise and realized that we had it like paid for. But we like last minute got invited, or I got re-invited because I said no, like an idiot, because I didn't understand that I was earning the trip all year long. So there is a deposit, but then from that point on, you earn the rest of your trip based on helping 3 people each month. And the more people you help, the more money you're going to earn towards that trip. So it is honestly, like, if you need any sort of incentive, this is a huge one. I know for me, I'm going on this cruise next month. I've never been on a cruise. I've never been to the Bahamas. I've never been to any of these, Haiti or whatever. I've never been there. I've been to Mexico once. Like, if anything, just if you love to travel, like, this is a great way to not only like earn an income and help people, but to also earn free travel. So, sorry, I'm like losing my voice. All right. Oh my God, I had a duplicate slide, didn't I? Okay. So, all right, we talked about your first goal. Now I want to break it down into steps, okay? So we know that you want to help 3 people, and we know what your 4 vital behaviors are and what you need to do each day. But now, where do you go from here? So you need to commit to a boot camp and a start date. All right, so whether you're committing to our boot camp and you're going to be inviting to that, or you're going to start your own, or you're going to team up with another coach, or like a Success Club or partner, you need to decide a date, okay? And from now, you need to start sharing and talking about it, okay? So if you are, say you're inviting to our current boot camp. So we are in open enrollment, basically. We started Monday. Open enrollment is happening right now, like through the end of this week. So all last week, I was talking about getting, people, every day I was talking about people getting started on our boot camp. Still, I'm going to be talking about it and inviting in my stories because we've just started. So you want to give yourself 1 to 2 weeks to be inviting to your boot camp, okay? So even though like I said, you want to do that because you want to create that sense of urgency. You want to get on people's radar. You want to create that curiosity. But I'm always inviting to my boot camp. Okay. So whether, even if I'm not talking about it so much on my posts, I am inviting in, my messaging. Okay. So you need to commit to a program. Most of you, I think, are all doing Transform 20. So you've committed to a program. So now you just need to decide what you're inviting to. Okay. I do recommend that you don't start a group until you have at least 3 people. So if you do want to team up with someone else, if you have 3 and they have 3, that's 6 people. That's a good mix, right? But if you have like 3 or less and maybe 1 or 2 of them don't show up consistently, it's going to get kind of boring. So that's why the bigger the better. But also small groups can be really, really fun and engaging as well. Your first invites, you guys. Okay, so back to what I talked about before. Don't overthink this, okay? Become a conversation expert. That is your main focus. So your goal is to connect with 3 to 10 new people a day, or 20 to 50 new people a week as like a brand new baby coach, okay? This is going to get you used to, setting aside that time to reach out to people, getting you used to starting conversations, and getting your feet wet, okay? You're not reaching out to people to close them. You're just reaching out to open the door, to engage in the conversation, to plant that seed. So I want you to be brief, I want you to be excited, and I want you to end every conversation with a call to action. So if you don't know what call to action is, basically it just means literally like, does that sound good to you? Is that something you'd be interested in? When's a good time to check back with you? You never want to leave it open-ended. You always want to have control in where the conversation's going. So you want to know when you need to talk. You can follow up with them. You want to know, oh, it's okay. You want to know, or you want to, or just, do you have any questions for me? You want to keep the conversation going, okay? Find their need before you fix their need. So that's where, again, asking lots of questions. Does that sound good to you? Do you have any questions for me? Like finding out what they do, what do they struggle with, stuff like that. Those are all questions that you can ask to sort of find their pain points, like find what they're struggling with, so that you know what you can, how best to help them. Recognize and welcome objections as part of the process, okay? For a long time, like I said, I overthought everything. I cared so much what people thought. I took rejection so personally because that is of where that's my past. That's who I've always been. I've always been way too sensitive, and I take everything to heart. If you ask my mom, she's like, Amy, you're very sensitive. I'm like, no, Mom, no more. And so this is something that you have to understand, that no does not mean no forever. And if it is a hard no, then that's not your person, okay? Then that person doesn't jive with you. That person's not your people. But even then, I have had every single person, I think many of you all said no to me, like on this call. I think everyone said no to me for at least once or twice on this call. So you have to understand that no does not mean forever, but no typically is coming from a place meaning that they're not ready. Maybe it's finances, or maybe it's just a time period of life, or literally like they're just not ready to commit mindset wise. Okay. So it's not about you. The no is always about them. Okay. So getting that in your head, welcoming the objection, and use it as an opportunity to learn. When people tell you no, or they say no thanks or whatever, and be like, oh, no worries, girl. Like, do you mind, any particular reason why? Like, that's my most common response, because I want to know why, and if they don't answer me why, then okay, that's not so nice, that they don't answer why, but whatever. It gives me an opportunity to dig deeper to figure out the pain point, because maybe it's I want to know, is it money? Is it time? Is it something else? It gives me an opportunity to figure out if that person's going to go on my follow-up list, which they almost always are, or if they're just someone I need to sort of bless and release, okay? You can use the scripts in the files section of the new coach training. Like I said, I share all my everything I send out every day as my initial reach out. How I explain everything is in the new coach training files. And I think there's some in the team page as well, but those are kind of old. And follow up forever. The prize is in the follow up. And that's why you need to start. I said, start. You're starting with your family. You're starting with the people You're starting with your warm market. The people that are already following you right now, those are the people that you're reaching out to. Those are the people that you should be focusing on as you're adding to your following, as you're starting to share consistently and use hashtags and draw people to you, and build that cold market. That's why you need to start with your warm market, because it's even if they say no, they're going on your follow-up list for next month. Okay. And then same thing as you're building up, new eyes on your story, you want to be creating that compound effect. Okay. So I literally will tell you that I never stop following up with people until they either block me or they literally are mean. Okay. And be no, I'm really not interested. But even then, I'll just back off and like, but if they're still watching, like if they're watching your stories, commenting on your posts, liking your posts, or following you, they're in your business. They are in your space. They are in your zone, okay? And so I will follow up with people, even if they've told me no. Like, I will continue to follow up with them, every month until they stop following me, until I stop seeing them on my stories and things like that. Because like I said no. Leah told me no for 8 months. Like, so many of my coaches have told me no. I just don't believe you until you literally give me a reason or you stop, you block me, whatever. So just know that and always keep a list going. So this morning, I literally went off of my list that I created all January, and I went up and I followed up with everybody. So now I've been creating a list for February, March. People that tell me when they're, follow back up with me now, or if it's a couple weeks or whatever. I have a list going all month long, and that's who I'm going to follow up with in the beginning of the month next month. Okay. So don't be afraid, and don't be afraid of the costs. It is an amazing value. Okay. So don't ever go into a conversation with fear or doubt about the cost of what it costs for a challenge pack, because you guys literally, like, I think I paid $180 to sign up for a gym membership, and then it was a $40 a month fee. That's the last gym membership I ever joined. Okay. And I never went. Okay. Then I used an app. I used the BBG Sweat app or whatever. That was $20 a month for the same workouts. Okay. And with nothing. Like, this is an incredible value. Okay. And people buy cheap over-the-counter protein powder crap all the freaking time. And that pre-workout that you see that has the gummy worms or whatever craziness that will make their heart pop out of their chest. People buy that crap all the freaking time. So again, do not feel ashamed or wear this like be excited, because how it's changing your life, and what an amazing product it is. How amazing it is. Let that exude out of you, because you know what? Like, if someone says no to that price, again, it's in their mind. It's not about you. It's their priorities or lack thereof, or wherever their mind is at, they're in their life right then. Because we all know that if we really want something, we'll find a way to pay for it. Okay, that's definitely, even if I didn't have money, I still found a way to go to Target. Okay, I still did. Okay. All right, and don't send them your link right away. Like I said, don't send them a link. Don't put your link in your profile. Like, you want to create a Woofu, not a Woofu, a Linktree link that goes to like your boot camp app. Sorry, I have scroll brain. Oh yeah, Erica, and then you can just watch the recording, okay? So you want to make sure you have a link in your bio that goes to your application or something like that, but don't send them like your Team Beachbody link that they send you in your new coach email, okay? Don't send them a share cart right away. Don't send them the Beachbody link to the challenge pack, like, right out the gate. You want to reaffirm the yes. You want to reaffirm that this is what, that they want to do this, and you want to ask all your questions, get to know them, figure out what they need before you send out the share cart, okay? So don't show up and throw up on them. Your second goal as a coach is to get to Emerald rank in the first 7 days. Emerald is a decision. Emerald is you plus 2, okay? So that's where that video of signing up your spouse comes in, signing up your warm market, your family, your friends. Like, I want you to go out right now, and I want you to invite your closest friends and family to do this with you. And I want you to share with them why. Okay, I want you to share with them why you're doing it, why you love it. And then If they say no, then okay. But that's what I did. I honestly sat down with my mom. I shared my heart with her. I shared with her, like, you know, all the things I've ever struggled with and why this was helping me. And she signed up. One, because she's supporting me, but also because she wanted to have that change too. Okay. So Emerald is where you're going to start earning the cycle bonus. So on top of your commissions, you're going to get the fast start bonus. You're going to get the customer leads when you start hitting Success Club. And it's the building block of this business. Okay. So Diamond, you'll find, is just emeralds, emeralds build diamonds. Okay. So make the decision and go for it, and it will happen. And that is all I'm going to say about that. Okay. Okay. So sharing your journey on social media. So again, I pulled out some just random posts that I had. Okay. So you are a coach, you guys, but that's not all who you are. And I'm telling you things that I wish I did differently. In the beginning, I was just like your typical stereotypical, like, I think you could tell from a mile away that I was a coach. Okay. But I started to realize, like, I had my private Instagram, and then I started this fitness Instagram. I think I let that go to my head. And that's why I tell all of you, and I urge all of you, that you don't go out and do that unless you already have, and then you've already done that. Because you are not just a coach. You want people to see that you have friends and family, and you like beer, or you like have dogs, and you like, you travel, or whatever you like, yoga or oils or incense, or, to quilt. I don't know. Like, you want people to get to know you, because that's what's going to draw people to you. That's what's going to set you apart from me, from her, from somebody else, is that they want you. They don't want me. They want you as their coach, because they love the fact that they think you're adorable and your dog's adorable, or because they think the way that you think about XYZ, or, like, the people tell me, like, why they follow me or why they sign up. It usually has nothing to do with anything fitness or wellness related. It always has to do with something that connected between them and I. Okay. Something about my story, something I shared on my story one day. Like, it all comes down to something personal. So share all aspects of your life. So that's where, the posting, I shared about that in our call last night. You can go back and watch that. You can learn all the things about posting, but honestly, the easiest thing to do is just share all aspects of your journey. Okay. Share all aspects of you. And this is the power of consistency and patience. Okay. So this is literally like the week I signed up as a coach. It was that June. I had 8 likes on this post. I verbalized Insanity Max 30, because that was the program I started with. It was, all very salesy, because I was just like, talking all about Beachbody, and I had like no story. Okay. Then this is a post I did a couple weeks ago. And so you can see I had like almost 100 likes. I had 6 comments on that post. It was eye-catching, because I figured out how to do a preset, a filter. I had the transformation. Not saying that has to be a transformation, but this is just a picture I took. It's personalized, and I shared a story. So that post, I talked about, how I played the story over in my head for so long, and how that's transformed and changed, and why I'm so happy for the person that I've become. Okay. And how I feel about my body. So that is the power of consistency. That is June 2017 to now. Okay. So like I said, you're gonna not be where you are now is not where you're gonna be in 3 months from now with your posting. It's gonna get better. Okay. Everything is gonna get better, but you have to keep at it. And the only way you're gonna get better at it is if you do it over and over and over again. Okay. So this is a little, again, to remind you that you have every ability right now to start hitting the ground running. Okay. So what could you do with an extra $800? So I'm going to break this down for you with how, if you become a success starter, so helping 3 people a month for the next 3 months, you will earn a total of $792. So I'm going to explain and break that down how. So if you sign on 3 new customers, the commission you're going to earn off of those customers with their challenge pack is $50. So 50 times 3 is $150, okay, in your first month or first week, whatever. Then month 2, if you help another 3 people, you're going to get that $150. So the commission off the challenge pack, plus the Shakeology Home Direct, that's going to cycle from the 3 people you started the first month. That's going to get $32 off of that. That's another $96. So you've earned $250, almost $250 for one of the weeks of month 2. Then for month 3, you have that $150 from 3 new people. You have the Home Direct HD from now for the 6 people, so 3 from the first, 3 from the second. Now you have $192 in Shakeology commission. That is a total of $396. Okay, so boom, 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 $792 from helping 3 people a month. Okay, so that's with enrolling them with the challenge pack, you having 90 PV on Home Direct. So aka if you're drinking your Shakeology every month and you're getting that, or you're getting the pre and post workout, or however you do it, you need to have it on Home Direct, so an auto shipment. That will earn you Success Club. That will earn you that call with Ashley Smith. That will earn you that $150 commission for the first month. It will earn you your first Success Club prize, so that tank top, and you're going to be launching your business. Okay, so that is just a breakdown of how we earn, and just a little bit of a snapshot. I cannot talk. I'm like losing it. I need to like go eat dinner. Okay, so what is next? Okay, you guys, you made it. All right, we are almost there. Okay, what's next? You're going to finish going through your new coach training. So if you haven't done this already, many of you I know already have. Like I said, you can get this done as fast or as slow as you want. If you're really excited, you really want to get this going, then I would do it ASAP. Commit to your program, drink your shake, read your personal development. Like I said, great books to start with are The Slight Edge, Compound Effect, Miracle Morning. If you are also, you want to mix that up with some mindset, I would recommend Mastering Your Mean Girl, Get Over Your Damn Self. And everyone loves Girl Wash Your Face, but actually, I think really learning how to love yourself, Mastering Your Mean Girl is a really great one. And don't, begin sharing your journey, inviting other people to join you. Do not wait to do this, you guys. You can do this right now, day one. There is so much power in starting your journey and having people come along with you. I share this a lot. That is not what I did, and I regret it. I was 3 months into my journey when I started coaching, and I, didn't really have a transformation, like physical transformation to begin with. Mine was all more about mindset and wanting to feel better. But I wish I had brought people on with me so that I could, utilize that and have people, like, as I'm figuring out, they're figuring it out with me. Instead of me being like, oh, hey, I've done this, like, now you want to join me? Like, no, I wish I had done it from day one, and I wish I had started this business sooner. And then maybe I would have gone to Summit. Like, my life would have been changed, okay? So don't get overwhelmed. Take it one step, one conversation, one goal at a time. It will all get easier. It will all get better. Or I shouldn't say, yeah, it will all, like, you have to understand that, like, literally, you've already made the decision that you want to grow and change. That is flipping and exciting, because there is like not one day that I go without learning something new. There's not one day that I go without being challenged or growing in some way. And honestly, like once you start to experience that and lean into it, it's like there's no stopping it. You realize like this is how everybody should be living their life. Is like we are human beings. We are meant to grow. If we're not growing, we're dying. That's what Rachel Hollis says. I'm just saying. But anyway, I am done. Do you have any questions? Does anybody have any questions? You can unmute yourselves. If you have a question, I'm sure someone else has thought about it. So this is the time. We lost some of you ladies. Okay. Oh, Tia?
No, I was going to say not a question, but it was a great call. I'm super glad.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I think I probably like this is lining up in a really good time, even though like, yes, I am Emerald, but I still feel like I'm still kind of like a newbie. So especially starting team. This is like a good reminder of like, okay, just like the basics.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, like I said, like, oh God, I mean, I hit Emerald, but like half of this stuff that I'm sharing with you now, I didn't hear or figure out until I was in my Diamond Push group the next April. But that's the point, right? We have to become resourceful and we have to become sponges, because by doing that, I'm able to pay this forward to you guys. Okay? By learning as much as I can and learning what I didn't know and learning what I wish I did, that's how I'm better able to like set you guys up for success, by letting you guys know what I wish I, like how this works. I didn't know about how Team Cycle, I didn't really understand the earning potential. I didn't really understand. I didn't know what Success Clubs or Success Starters was. I didn't understand I could earn my summit ticket. I didn't know those things. Okay. And those are big things that I wish I had learned. I wish I had, learned of really good professional development books to be reading or things like that. And about social media, like I didn't have those, hindsight's 2020. So definitely like understand, like I want you to, the point of Success Club and Emerald is to get you earning back your investment as soon as possible to launching your business. Okay. Cause you're bringing in 3 lives, even if they are your family or whatever, like giving you that, like that boost, giving you that confidence boost, because it's going to totally give you that confidence boost. And just like start you earning back your income, your investment. That's really like what the main goal is. And like, it's your launching pad, it's your building block. And once you hit Emerald, like I said, slowly but surely the pieces are going to come together. You're going to start to understand like the different ranks, and and all the lingo is going to become more familiar to you. So that's where team calls, national wake up calls, all that stuff all helps you guys. Okay. One new message. Oh, yeah, I'm going to post a recording. Okay. All right. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go eat. I love you all.
Bye.
Bye.